Hey everybody, Chris here. Are you bullish on Dogecoin? I'm bullish on Dogecoin. And despite what some people are saying in the comments on my video about me saying that I would delete my YouTube channel if Dogecoin reaches $1 by the end of this year, guys, it's just realism. That's all it is. Long term, Dogecoin is great. I'm not spreading FUD or anything about Dogecoin. You know I fully support Dogecoin as a cryptocurrency, having a lot of fun with it, giving tips, using it as currency, and spreading the good word about Dogecoin. And I will continue to do that. Come join me for the ride. Please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. Also follow me on Twitter. I do have a Dogecoin giveaway coming up, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of engagement on Twitter with it, and looking forward to that. Also, as a reminder, my live stream this week is going to be on Thursday night, not Friday. Going down to New York City on Friday for the weekend, and will not be doing a live stream on Friday. So it's going to be Thursday, 7 o'clock Boston time. That's East Coast United States time. For those around the world trying to figure out what time it is, that's when I've been doing my lives. We've been having a lot of fun, a lot of people in the chat engaging, talking about what's going on in crypto, and particularly Dogecoin. So why am I bullish on Dogecoin? Well, it's not just me, and I'll show you an article that I just read this morning that someone else is bullish about cryptocurrency overall, and tell you why that is and why we've been having these dips in the crypto market, because it explains a lot. And also we've got Elon Musk, of course, continuing to support Dogecoin, and I'll show you another article there. We should still be seeing some kind of sideways trading. Overall economic indicators still aren't great. And so there's always this warning about, we're not going to have this huge bull run just immediately. The bullishness that I have is long-term. Same with this individual who I'm going to talk about in this article. It's more of a long-term thing. Short-term, we still have some challenges, but we are where we are. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the charts and the news, and I'll show you what I'm looking at. So here's the Dogecoin chart as I'm looking at this. This is the 4-hour chart. I'm usually more zoomed in, but a little bit zoomed out now because I want to be able to look back at least to June 13th for a comment in an article I'm going to be showing you. So yesterday, as I was recording, we were at 635. We'd had a first pump up to 670, and Dogecoin actually pumped up to 697 before coming back down. And I drew this yellow line in yesterday's video at 625, thinking that was probably going to be support. Dipped a little bit below that, but right now we're trading at 620 on Dogecoin as I'm recording this. But this seems to fall in line with the sideways trading that we've seen. And then here's that dip that we had here back on the 18th, right below 5 cents. Some people are looking for another possible dip. That could happen. To zoom out a little more, and these are the orange lines I was talking about in the other previous video about when dips are occurring. This seems to be about the middle of May. This seems to be about the middle of June, and maybe there's another one in another 4 weeks or so. What are these dips? Well, these dips are liquidations. And again, this is Doge, and here we have Bitcoin. And it's really based more on Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the one that's leading the way in these big dips. So what is this about? So this is a Forbes article, came out this morning. This is someone at BlackRock who's saying that crypto prices will be higher than today. Bullish crypto prediction, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, XRP, Terra's Luna. What? Why is that in there? Anyway, Solana, Cardano, Dogecoin, they're all mixed right now. A brief recovery from last week's bloodbath. Crypto markets are mixed. While the crypto market has shown some renewed vigor in recent days, the relief comes too late for many crypto traders. Why? Because the whole market is down. Recent data shows that the bear market has liquidated hundreds of thousands of leveraged positions. So this is Rick Ryder. He's the CIO of Global Fixed Income at BlackRock. So he did this interview. And he says, when you leave rates at such low levels for such an extensive period of time, when you keep policy too easy, the leverage builds in the system. How do I capture return quickly? And so what you have are a lot of people trading on leverage. And when you trade on leverage, you open yourself up to greater risk. And it's public out there that leverage trading is going on. And what you see are the market makers pushing the price down to deleverage these positions. Editor's note, investing in crypto is highly speculative and the market is largely unregulated. Anyone considering it should be prepared to lose their entire investment. Very interesting that they stick that like right in the middle of the article. Zooming out, leverage trading is a practice that allows traders to play the market with borrowed money in order to jack up returns. The problem comes when the value of leveraged securities falls below a certain level known as the maintenance margin. When this happens, traders are subject to what's known as a margin call. This is what people were talking about with Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy, and what the price is of Bitcoin, because all the Bitcoin that he's been borrowing heavily, buying Bitcoin, and he's been buying Bitcoin, up at $40,000 and $50,000. He was still buying Bitcoin. And what was that price where there'd be these margin calls on these leverage positions that Michael Saylor has in Bitcoin? Now, the most recent articles I've seen are saying more like, well, the margin call really wouldn't happen until Bitcoin dropped to like 3,500. But many were saying it was 21,000. And when Bitcoin dropped below 21,000, that was clearly the market makers pushing it down to deleverage positions in Bitcoin on margin. And of course, with all of the other cryptos following it, that's what was happening. This leaves the trader holding nothing but the debt they incurred on the leverage positions. On a higher scale, such deleveraging is often the cause of a sudden and brutal drop in asset prices. Liquidations cause the falling price to feed back on itself. More and more margin calls come in, more and more assets are sold, sending the price into a tailspin. So that's what we saw. In a recent tweet, crypto broker Cumberland suggested that it saw a record volume of liquidations on June 13th. The flow ratio suggests a lot of the flow was liquidations, 2-to-1 ratio of sellers to buyers. So what was Bitcoin on June 13th? That's this trading right here. Bitcoin had been up at 27,000, and then Bitcoin got pushed down. And that any margin calls that were at 25,000, 24,000, 22,000 were all getting taken with this drop as Bitcoin dropped all the way down to 21,000 right there. And that was all in a day. That was a huge drop from 28,000 to 21,000. Just huge liquidations happening there. And of course, all the other cryptos followed. There was Doge following, and there was Ethereum following, and everything else was crashing, but not as much as Bitcoin. Bitcoin was the one that was leading the way. So why are we bullish? Well, looking ahead, like many asset managers, Ryder believes that this deleveraging will turn out for the better. While it can be devastating to overextended traders, in the end, it will cleanse the market of dodgy assets, open a new chapter for sustainable innovation. I still think Bitcoin and crypto are durable assets. It's a durable business. There was so much excess built around it. I think there's a healthy recalibration going on. It's a question of how much that recalibration is going to go. So, should we buy the dip? My sense is, like a lot of assets, if you look 2 to 3 years hence, they will be higher than today. So he's bullish in a long term, and that's what a lot of us are in crypto. We're long term. But this is someone at BlackRock who's saying this, right? So I think there's going to be a lot more shorter term gains, particularly on Dogecoin. And why do I say that? Well, Elon Musk, right? Is it Dogecoin season again already? Of course, they mentioned SHIB because SHIB had a really good trading day yesterday as well. So as soon as Dogecoin starts pumping, you get a lot of buying of SHIB happening as well. And so SHIB had a good day. And of course, when the price of Doge starts retracing, SHIB retraces faster. That just happens. But the price of Dogecoin, it's still the 10th largest cryptocurrency, market cap of 8.9 billion. So we look at coin market cap, and here's Dogecoin in 10th. Dogecoin up 17% over the past 7 days. And what's Bitcoin over the past 7 days? Down 4%. So that means if we look at the relationship between Dogecoin and Bitcoin, over the past 7 days, Dogecoin has outperformed Bitcoin by over 20%. This is the relationship between Doge and Bitcoin. And Doge is now over 0.0003%. This is this yellow line. I've had this before. You've been watching my videos. This was my target. As Dogecoin was down here at 22.7, I was like, man, Doge is going to come back. And it certainly did. So this was the target that I had for that relationship between Doge and Bitcoin, and Doge has overtaken that. Where that goes from here, I think it continues to outperform Bitcoin during the spikes that we'll see as the catalyst for Dogecoin we see coming forward are still going to happen. So what does this all mean for Dogecoin trading forward? Well, like I said before, I still think it's going to be a bumpy ride. We're going to be doing some sideways trading, I think, and sometime in the middle of July, we should probably look for another big dip. That seems to be a pattern that we're on. Not saying it's definitely going to happen, but these patterns sometimes do play out, and that's what I'm looking at. For those that are looking to buy more Doge, few ways you can do that. You can just dollar cost average, like every Monday or every Friday. You just buy at whatever the price is, because you know long term, it's all going to be good. So for some of you, though, you want to get the best price possible. You're going to wait for a dip, set a limit market order for a buy, 4.95 cents. If you think it's going to dip below 5 and you can grab some Doge at that price, again, not a financial advisor, but there are some people who are doing stuff like that. Not a bad plan. Not necessarily saying Doge is going to dip below 5 cents again, but I do read in the comments other people are saying that. So that's what they're looking at. Sounds like a good strategy to me. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Dogecoin's price. Are you waiting for another dip? Are you buying more? Are you just holding long term? And are you bullish on Dogecoin? Give the video a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.